Hey guys, what's going on? Doing a little work on the bike behind me. Couple quick little videos we're going to do here, but I just want to go ahead and say thank you very much. We just rolled over 100 subscribers. Not very much, but still way more than I ever thought we'd get. So just want to say thank you very much. Hope you guys enjoy the video. And if you do like it, consider subscribing. Let's see if we can get to 200. Anyways, let's get on with the video. What's going on, guys? It's raining a little bit outside, so we got the bike back on the lift, and we are going to do a little bit of work today. Main thing we want to do today is get rid of this international tailpiece. Basically, if you bought your bike anywhere outside the US, you've probably got one of these tailpieces. And I mean, it's not terrible, right? It's got some nice Indian logo on there. It is metal. The wires for the license plate light, they're all hidden in the track under here. So, you know, it's not terrible. But let's be honest, it kind of ruins the backside of the fender. So we're going to get rid of it. And what we've done is we've purchased, I went to the local dealership and we sourced out all the parts. So this should be everything you need to convert the international tailpiece to the side mount piece, which is stock for the factory bike if you were in the US. So for everybody who's not in the US, you're gonna have to do this. I think all of this ended up costing me about 120 bucks American. So not too bad, but not cheap either. So I'll kind of zoom in here so you guys can have a look at each part and part. Part number, bolt, your spring. This looks like the bottom cap goes underneath here, most likely. This washer probably goes into that bolt. This bracket here goes underneath here, that hides your wire. Make sure you can see that part number. New license plate light. And this is the bracket that holds the whole assembly to the bike. So there's no directions here, there's no nothing. I'll be learning as I go, so first things first, let's get that tailpiece off the bike. So there are two bolts on each side underneath that take this whole tail assembly off. There's a wire that goes to the license plate light here that we'll have to probably unclick from here. So because Polaris is making these bikes now, there's a lot of metric bolts, and you're gonna need a 6mm Allen wrench to take these bolts off. Just those guys, and 3 more to go. Okay, with those 4 bolts done, if you're doing this at home on yours, take this side cover plate off as well. 2 bolts, exact same size, 6mm Allen. The wire for the light comes in right to about midpoint of the fender support, and there's a little clip, so we'll just take those 2 bolts out. And pull this guy to the side. And then right inside here there's just a little clip. There we go. And there we go. So just undo that clip. So undo the fender support, undo the clip first if you want, then take these 4 bolts off, but that's the whole assembly. So I do believe you do need to reuse a couple pieces. Or might be able to save this one. I bet you we can reuse this light. If not, I know the light that I just unpacked didn't come with the bolts, but I'll show you guys that here up on the table. Okay, I don't know if we need to do the step, but we're going to do it anyways. We'll take off these bolts, get rid of this license plate bracket. They're just a 10mm. Set it off to the side. I just know that my kit didn't come with these 2 nuts and washers that I'll need to put on the new one. But I'm looking at this now. This one's the exact same. So if you wanted to save some money, you probably don't need to buy this guy, which is this part number right here. No, but looking at it, it's slightly different, right? The cable's about, what's that, 6 inches shorter. You probably could have just wound that up. I said I don't know what I paid for it. I paid $100 for everything, so you could probably get away with not using this guy. Save, I mean, looking at it, the LED light is probably what, $20. Anyways, we're gonna keep disassembling this. Am I? No, probably not. I'm just gonna take these guys off and just leave the rest. I don't really care to disassemble the rest of this. But I do need these lock nuts. So to remove these lock nuts, just an 8mm socket. Get these little washers. And again, only reason I'm doing this is I need these to fasten this one to the new bracket, otherwise I would have just left this. So we'll set this guy aside. Don't need any of this stuff anymore. And I'm going to start assembling this guy here. Okay. I think I finally got this figured out. So you're going to take your plastic washer, or it's like a detent washer so it catches as the plate moves. Inside there's grooves that correspond with these detents here. So we're going to make sure that goes in this way, and these detents, so that way that's what catches the plate. Keep it straight. So drop that in there. Make sure it's facing the right way. It is. And then we'll feed our light through. Bolt's right here. The wire goes through here, comes up through the top. Like so. And then the washer and nut we took off our tailpiece from the other light. We'll go ahead and install those. Those were 10 mil, or sorry, 8 mil. They're nylock washers, so you don't need to tighten the crap out of them. They shouldn't vibrate off. And then this guy goes in and your wire fits right in this track. Comes through here, then up into the frame. So we'll go ahead and feed that through. Making sure not to pinch our wire on a little, make sure our washer's seating the right way. There we go. Feed that in. There we go. And then we can feed our washer, or sorry, feed our spring, and our washer, and then our bolt, which is also Allen key. That looks like it's going to be that's a 5 mil. There we go. And that functions so that bolts up to the frame, and then if you hit your plate, it allows it to kick spring out of the way and then lock back in place. So we need to reuse the 2 of the 3 bolts that held the license plate bracket to the old International tailpiece. These bolts didn't fit through here, so I just took a, what size was this? A 15/64 drill bit and just reamed those out. It's just plastic, no big deal. So we'll go ahead and we'll feed this through. Comes up in this little detent here. There we go, and that holds that into place. And these are 2 bolts. That. This other one in. And that's 10 mil. Those down. There we go. So now we can take this and go back to the bike and install it. And I would just imagine it just reuses these factory bolts like that. Looks like these had a dab of Loctite on there, so we'll be sure to put some Loctite on that before we install it. So back to what I said originally. This light is identical to this one. There's no difference. It's just about 6 to 7 inches longer. So to save a couple bucks, you do not need to order the light. You can just reuse that one. It'll be a little bit longer, You'll just fold it up. It'll go behind that fender support. If you capture it, you'll never see it. Good way. So you probably get this down to like $80. Live and learn. There you go. So let's go back to the bike and get this installed. So I just went ahead, put some medium strength thread locker on there. So we'll go ahead and put these guys back into place. One. So I'll probably give those guys okay. So that's just snug for now. Get my plug button back in. There we go. Now I'm just going to check to see if that, oh good, light comes on. So like I said before, you can reuse your international light off your tailpiece. It would just be hidden in here. Save some money. So we'll go ahead and tuck this guy in. This little wire loop there. There we go. So we're not pinching any wires. Actually, you know what? I should probably. These guys had a little bit of thread locker in them too. Yeah, we'll do that. We hide our wires. We'll go to thread locker. And tighten these guys down. Got our side piece back on. We'll go ahead and torque down our other ones here. That's it. So it's funny for you guys in the US. I mean, that's how your bikes came, just stock. But for everybody else, we had that tail piece. I'll show you it after here. You know, we had this tail piece here. So as you can see, that really cleans up the backside of the bike. Simple install. You can probably do it for under $100. Just a much all-around cleaner look. Turn the key on. There you go. Done and done.